The internet didn't simply react. It erupted when the first blurry paparazzi photo of Caitriona Balfe leaked late Thursday night. At first glance, the image looked like nothing more than a candid street shot. Caitriona in a loose coat, sunglasses on, walking out of a quiet cafe. But fans noticed something instantly. Her coat wasn't sitting flat. There was a curve, a roundness, a subtle fullness that didn't match her usual silhouette. Within minutes, fan accounts began circling the shape, zooming in, comparing it to older photos, and whispering the same impossible question: is Caitriona pregnant? As the photo spread across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, reactions escalated from curiosity to full-blown chaos. Fans argued in the comments, some insisting it was just the angle or the fabric, others swearing it looked undeniably like a baby bump. Then everything took a darker turn when a notorious Hollywood gossip page reposted the image with a caption that sent shockwaves through the fandom. Sources say it's twins, and Sam Heughan knows. That one sentence detonated across social media, instantly reframing the discussion. The idea wasn't just shocking, it was scandalous. And it was enough to turn a simple rumor into a global frenzy. Speculation spiraled out of control within hours. Old interviews resurfaced where Caitriona avoided questions about motherhood. Clips where Sam seemed unusually protective of her on set began trending again. Even red carpet appearances from years ago were reanalyzed with new, dramatic meaning. TikTok detectives made comparison videos with side-by-side body language breakdowns, claiming they had proof of a hidden bond between the two actors. Fanfiction-style theories mixed with real fear, real excitement, and real confusion. Then came the anonymous message that poured gasoline on the fire. A private account, known for accurate early leaks in the industry, posted a cryptic statement. This didn't surprise Sam. He's known for weeks. That line alone sent the fandom into meltdown. Why would Sam know? What did he know? And why hadn't Caitriona spoken publicly? Fans begged for answers, tagging both actors in thousands of comments and DM requests. People who had followed the pair for nearly a decade suddenly felt they were standing on the edge of the biggest scandal the Outlander fandom had ever seen. Entertainment sites picked up the story with lightning speed. Headlines like, "Secret Twins," "Caitriona's Hidden Pregnancy," and "Sam Heughan Involved," covered celebrity news pages within hours. Paparazzi descended on both actors' neighborhoods, desperate for new photos. A video surfaced of Caitriona at a grocery store, and viewers slowed it down to 0.25 speed to analyze her posture. Another clip of Sam leaving a gym went viral when he refused to answer a reporter's question about the pregnancy rumor. Every silence, every smile, every head turn became evidence. But nothing fueled the chaos as much as a resurfaced behind-the-scenes clip from Season 3 of Outlander. It showed Sam gently placing a hand on Caitriona's stomach as part of a scene rehearsal. Fans had never thought twice about it, until now. The clip went viral again, captioned with dramatic claims like, "He always knew," and "Look at how protective he is." People debated whether their on-screen intimacy had ever been purely acting. Some insisted the chemistry between them now made sense. Others panicked, defending both actors fiercely. As the chaos grew louder, a second paparazzi photo emerged, this time far clearer. Caitriona was seen stepping out of a car, her coat falling open just enough to reveal a distinct baby bump. She wasn't trying to hide it. She wasn't rushing. She wasn't shielding herself with a bag or using props to deflect attention. She looked calm, almost peaceful. Fans zoomed in, stunned by how unmistakable the bump was. The caption from the gossip site that posted it sparked even bigger confusion. "She's showing now, but why isn't Sam reacting?" Minutes later, a third photo surfaced, Sam and Caitriona together from weeks earlier. They were laughing, standing close, sharing what looked like a deeply personal moment. Some claimed Sam was looking at her stomach. Others argued he was simply laughing. But the timing of the photo was enough to drive the internet wild. People created theories that Sam and Caitriona had been secretly together for years, that the twins were his, or that they had been hiding a relationship far longer than anyone knew. What pushed the fandom into full-blown hysteria, however, was a statement from a supposed insider who posted on a private forum. "If you think Sam found out from the media, you're wrong. He knew the moment she told him, and his reaction will surprise everyone." The quote spread everywhere within minutes. Fans dissected every angle, every implication. Was the insider implying Sam was connected to the pregnancy beyond being a friend? Was there a confession involved? A history? A secret? By the time the rumor reached mainstream news outlets, it had mutated into the most explosive storyline imaginable. Caitriona Balfe was pregnant, with twin boys. And Sam Heughan was somehow involved. The internet held its breath. And then came the final spark. A leaked screenshot allegedly from Sam's team stating he would be addressing the situation publicly. That was when fans realized the story was far from over. It was only beginning. Sam's team didn't wait long. Less than 24 hours after the internet exploded, a new notification lit up millions of phones. Sam Heughan is going live. This time, the fandom was ready, armed with screenshots, theories, shaky breathing, and an emotional volatility the internet hadn't seen since the finale of Outlander. Within seconds, the viewer count skyrocketed past 1 million, then 2. When Sam appeared on screen, he looked steady but exhausted, like a man who had rehearsed a truth in his head 100 times but still wasn't sure how it would land once spoken aloud. He began by acknowledging the chaos. "I know what you've all seen," he said, his voice calm but undeniably heavy. "And I know what you're thinking." Fans held their breath as he looked directly into the camera, eyes filled with sincerity and strain. "This involves someone I care about more than almost anyone," he added. "So I need you to listen carefully." His tone alone sent thousands of viewers into meltdown, convinced he was seconds away from confirming their wildest theories. Sam held up his hands gently, asking the fandom to stay grounded. "Yes, Caitriona is pregnant," he said. The livestream chat exploded instantly. Hearts, tears, shock emojis, frantic messages pouring in faster than the app could display them. Sam waited for the comments to slow before continuing. "But everything else you've heard, everything about me being the father, is being misunderstood." His voice trembled slightly on the last word, and fans collectively froze, unsure whether to feel relieved or devastated. He took a deep breath before continuing. "Caitriona told me the news months ago," he said softly. "And she told me because I'm one of the closest people in her life." The phrasing was careful, intimate, and emotional. Fans analyzed every syllable, desperate to determine what he meant. Sam explained that Caitriona had been terrified to go public, not because she wanted secrecy, but because she knew the internet would twist the story the second her pregnancy became visible. "She didn't want this to become a circus," he said. "She didn't want people dragging her family, her marriage, or me into speculation." But then Sam hesitated, just long enough to send the fandom spiraling again. He looked down, running a hand over his face before speaking. "There is a truth connected to me," he said slowly. "A truth that explains why my name is involved at all." The comment section exploded. Fans begged him to keep talking. Others typed, "I can't breathe," repeatedly. The tension was unbearable. Finally, Sam lifted his eyes again. "I made a promise," he said. "And that promise is why I'm here." The next revelation stunned everyone. When Caitriona learned she was expecting twins, he said, "I was the first person she called." Fans gasped, cried, and typed thousands of question marks. Sam continued, voice shaking slightly. "She called me before her husband. Before her team. Before anyone else." The chat spiraled out of control. Some fans panicked, assuming the implication was romantic. Others argued it was deep friendship. All waited, trembling, for Sam to clarify. And he did. "She didn't call me because I'm the father," Sam said. "She called me because I'm the godfather." The entire livestream froze in stunned silence. Sam let the shock settle before elaborating. "She asked me to be godfather to her sons long before any of this went public," he explained. "And that's why I knew. That's why I was involved. That's why the rumors tied my name to her pregnancy." Fans didn't know how to react. some relieved, some crying, some laughing at how wild the internet had become. But Sam wasn't finished. He continued reading from a message Caitriona had sent him to share. She explained she had trusted him with the news because he had been by her side through every major moment of her life for 10 years. He's family, her words read. Not by blood, not by contract, but by choice. Fans melted instantly, overwhelmed by the depth of their bond. The baby bump drama, the alleged scandal, the conspiracy theories, all of it now seemed painfully far from the truth. But Sam added one final twist that shook the fandom to its core. He leaned closer to the camera, his voice gentle but filled with emotion. "There's one more reason she asked me to speak," he said. "Her twins, both of them, are named after people who changed her life." He paused, long enough for the chat to descend into chaos again. Then he smiled softly. "The first boy is named after her father," he said. "And the second carries a name inspired by me." The fandom exploded. People screamed, people cried, people typed incoherent emotional paragraphs. The connection between Sam and Caitriona, already legendary, now became deeper, more profound, and more symbolic than anyone had imagined. Sam let the moment sink in before ending the livestream. "She wanted you to know this," he said, "not because of rumors, but because love, real love, comes in many forms. And ours has always been part of our lives." With that, he ended the call. And the world, for a moment, stood absolutely still.